Welcome in everyone. In today's video we're going over the Forever Winter's recent March update. Update 0.3 has brought us a new map, overhauled gunplay, faction reputation tweaks, and most importantly brings us the Water 3.0 update, which completely removes the 24/7 drain mechanic that's given this game its notorious reputation. Without further ado, let's get straight into it, starting with Water 3.0. So you all heard correctly, Water 3.0 has fully removed the 24/7 water drain mechanic that has had people up in arms since day one of early access. Ironically, this update makes water more of a problem than it originally was, but we'll get into why I think that a little bit later. Water 3.0 simply does two things. It removes the mechanic that water constantly drains out of your reservoir even when offline, and now treats water as a dual-purpose lifeblood and currency when playing the game. Water is still the game's lifeblood since you need water for various base functionality, such as unlocking traders and purchasing a number of base upgrades. Nothing in that aspect has changed. But in addition to that, water is now a currency that is consumed when you go out on a raid. The water cost varies per entry point and also changes on a daily basis. You can see the range of water costs per map when you're selecting your destination and entry point. If you're playing with other players, only the session host needs to pay for this water entry fee, so you can actually split the costs among your group if the entry fee is a bit pricey. As for how you can split these water costs, this update actually added a new water trading function that's done directly from the deployment screen. Simply click on the person you want to give water to and enter the amount. The only catch is that you cannot give that person more water than their reservoir can hold. Now, as for why I think that this update makes water more of a problem than it was before, is because of this new water cost per raid mechanic. It's not a concern of running out of water since we do have entry points that cost nothing to use. It's more along the lines of, oops, I used the expensive entry point too many times today, wasn't keeping track of my reserves, and now I only have 3 water left. I just find it funnily ironic how this change that people wanted in order to make you pay less attention to water since it's no longer draining 24/7 actually requires you to pay more attention to your water levels than you had to before. I still believe water will be a non-issue at the end of the day, but it's definitely taking a step up to becoming that highly desired resource of the wasteland we live in. Nitpicking aside, we'll move over to the other aspects of this update. Water bots and water thieves still exist despite being added as a countermeasure to alleviate the old 24/7 water drain system. Water bots continue to passively collect water for you, and water thieves will still raid your base on several different occasions. They'll raid your base once you hit 0 water, have a chance to follow back your water bots to raid your base even if the reserves aren't low, or will raid your base as a result of various in-raid triggers. One of the more interesting changes of this update is that gunplay got an update. In a nutshell, gunplay just feels better. Specifically, various mechanics were tweaked, such as weapon recoil, bullet dispersion, weapon sway, weapon handling, and even attachments have been adjusted. Basically, go take your favorite gun out for a spin and see how the systems improve. Another neat little weapon feature is that some weapons have gotten a new reload animation, namely the grenade launcher, the M60, the R8 pistol, the M79 sawed-off pistol, the P90, the TKB-0146, and the S12 shotgun. Enemy detection has also received some updates, with a statement from the devs saying that sneaking around enemies already engaged in combat is easier to do after these changes. Faction reputation has also received a significant change, making it harder to maintain high reputation with various factions. This is thanks to the fact that damaging a faction's unit will cause reputation to go down much quicker, to the point where blasting through even a small squad of enemies might take you down from the highest reputation down to neutral or even bad reputation. Quest reputation rewards have also been adjusted, with some quests giving more reputation and some giving less. Faction vendors have also been adjusted so that their reputation thresholds for higher end items are harder to reach, meaning that it'll be more difficult to get the good stuff from said vendors. Looting also got a small update, making it a lot easier to loot items that are stacked up on each other. This means that the random gun on the floor will finally no longer be blocking that loot bag you're trying to dig through. We've also gotten a new map called Stairway Gate with this update, as well as additional quests for that map and a few of the already existing maps. And to wrap up the last of the changes, the game has received various stability and network improvements, with players reporting that they've gotten up to double the FPS on lower end systems. If you guys found the video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe, and please do let me know your thoughts on the new Water 3.0 mechanic in the comments. Do you like the changes of not having to worry about 24/7 water drain? Or do you think they should have left it as is? Personally, I know water collecting was never an actual issue, but I think this update will be drawing more players to the game thanks to the removal of the system, which is great. It's also a step in the right direction for making players actually conscious of their water reserves instead of being able to completely ignore it like before. Let me know if you guys feel the same or have some other thoughts on the new system. Good luck out there and happy scavenging.